Totally bizarre. For more on this, let's bring in our legal panel. We have Bob Bianchi. He is a criminal defense attorney, former head county prosecutor and a trial attorney. And also Caroline Polisi. She is a criminal defense attorney. Caroline, I'll start with you. So this story has shifted. The boyfriend calls and reports her missing. She had been out doing this story. Originally, he said that, this is Madsen said, she was on the submarine and he dropped her off, right?
That's right. And now his story is changing. It's evolving. He's telling a few different sides of the story. Now, we were talking a little bit before about a motive here. A motive is not necessarily an element of the offense that the prosecution is going to have to prove. Yeah. However, obviously, it makes a lot of sense that prosecutors and the investigators here are going to want to dig a little deeper to see what exactly the relationship was between these two, whether or not maybe there was a romantic relationship. Maybe he didn't like what she was going to write about him. Who knows? But we're going to see a lot more to this story.
No doubt. But Bob, I want to turn you back to the shifting story because, I mean, that's always a sign that there's something wrong here, although there are a lot of different reasons why people lie. First, he said he dropped her off. Then he said it sank and she was still alive, and she drowned with it sinking, or what did it switch to?
Yeah, it switched to that, except they have witnesses to show that he's the one who actually sank the boat. And when it finally went down, it wasn't that he couldn't close the hatches, but he rather swam to a boat. So he's trying to make it look like she died. Then later, when the police confronted him with that, he said, actually, it was an accident and I buried her at sea. You get this? This guy who's meeting a journalist for a very short trip, she gets into an accident, he buries her at sea, except she has no head, no arms, and no legs. As a homicide prosecutor, we see this all the time. They think that they're going to get rid of the identity of the body by cutting off their arms, legs, and head, and they won't be identified. Unfortunately for him, the body's washed up on shore. They're going to make a match on the DNA. They pulled that ship out of the water, and there's going to be blood, I predict, all over it, showing that this was actually a murder and nothing short of an accident.
Well, wait, they don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is where you come in. What would you say?
As a defense attorney,
yes.
I have to, cool Bob down a little bit here. Yeah. They haven't, the forensic analysis and the DNA analysis isn't there yet. Of course, there was a torso that washed up on the shore. It is a little bit suspicious, but we don't know anything
What
yet.
story, wait, hang on. What story would you possibly come up with to try and help this guy out? Give it a shot.
Well, stranger things have happened. People have gotten off acquitted for murder. Robert Durst was acquitted of murdering his 71-year-old neighbor, Morris Black. Remember, his torso washed up on a Galveston shore in Texas.
Right, he said it was self-defense.
He did. He said self-defense.
So this female reporter?
No, I'm not saying it's self-defense. I'm just saying that there's a lot going on here. Also, this is a closed investigation, so we don't necessarily know everything that investigators know. It's a common tactic that they use so that when they get in the interrogation room, when they're talking to people, they have information that the suspect doesn't know. So they can use that to their advantage to see whether or not this person has a guilty conscience.
Yeah.
A guilty conscience. He gets on a boat with the woman. He doesn't really know she's doing a story. There's not many bodies washing up on the Baltic Sea. And he's the one who admitted after he changed his story that he's the one who put it there and it's got no arms, no legs, and a head. Come on, give me a break.
But Bob, it is hard to imagine. So I care about the motive because I'm a regular human being. So I'm looking at all of this and I'm saying she was writing an article. I mean, you don't, I hope you don't kill someone over their reporting, although I don't know. There's got, and they've got to be digging. There's got to be more to it. Whether it was a relationship, did she find something more? I mean, what could it be?
Well, like Caroline said, you don't have to prove motive, but prosecutors certainly want that motive. And we don't know what happened, but we know it's probably not going to be an accident based upon the condition of the body, which in my opinion will be identified as her body. So, who knows whether or not there could have been sexual advances. It could be a million different things. They're going to go through all the electronic data. They're going to go through the phones. They're going to go through the computers. Yeah. And of course, they've interrogated him and they know information we currently, I agree with Caroline, don't have right now.
And we know people have said that he, as his character, he's a bit hot-tempered. Perhaps we don't know if he have a history of violence or whatnot, but that's going to play a really important part here too.
No doubt. All right, thanks to both of you. Appreciate your time, John.